welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Roxanne, the Tiny Taster, and today's recipe is a fantastic pineapple sheera. Now this recipe is really easy. It's heavily inspired by the pineapple sheera that you get at a certain restaurant, a certain South Indian restaurant called Ramashray in Matunga. I used to love eating that. I went there recently, I ate it and I said, I gotta make this at home. It's so simple. It's really like a pineapple flavored semolina pudding. It is delicious and simple to make. I think you're gonna love it. If you do, as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to this channel. Of course, I'll leave a link down below with the detailed description for the whole recipe so you can check that as well. But as always, please do not forget to subscribe. There's a lot more coming your way. So without any further ado, let's get cooking. In a non-stick pan, add in a tablespoon of ghee, and to that your chopped nuts. I've used chopped almonds, some raisins and chopped cashews. You could use whichever you like. Just toss it about lightly so that all the nuts toast and get nice and roasted. Make sure you don't burn them, just to give them a little bit of color. And you'll know when your nuts are done when you start to see the raisins swell and plump up. You know that they're cooking. Don't burn them. Just once you've reached this stage, switch the flame off and keep it aside. In the same pan, add another tablespoon of ghee. You might have a little bit of residual nuts left. Don't worry about that. Add in your cup of semolina or rava and then just toast this lightly. You're just mixing it about so that all the semolina mixes in with the ghee and it'll start to look like little crumbs. That's exactly what you want. It's called roasting the semolina. You do this for a couple of minutes just till everything becomes a fine crumbly mixture, and then switch the flame off and keep this aside as well. In a thick bottomed non-stick pan, add another teaspoon of ghee and then your chopped pineapples. Toss this about for a minute so that the pineapples mix well and cook, and then add in your sugar. This recipe asks for a cup of sugar, but at this stage you will only use half of it. You will keep the remaining half for later. Mix this about till the sugar starts to combine and melt and caramelize with the pineapples. Once the sugar starts to melt, add in a pinch of saffron. If you don't have saffron, you could just use yellow food coloring because you want that yellow color. I've used both. My saffron wasn't great quality. If it's great quality, you won't even need the food coloring, but it's your choice. To this, also add in 2 cups of water and then just mix it slightly, and now cover this and let it cook for a good 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you'll see that the water has been simmering and it comes to a boil. To this mixture, you will start adding in your roasted semolina. Add it in bit by bit, maybe half at a time, and then just keep mixing vigorously. You want to keep mixing it whilst you're even adding it so that you don't form any lumps. This comes together quite quickly, so it's a little bit tricky. Just be careful that you don't have any lumps. Just keep stirring whilst you add in all your semolina, and you'll start to notice the whole mixture thickening up. It might look a little liquidy at first. In fact, I've added a little too much water. Just add only 2 cups, but it will come together quickly. Once you notice it starting to thicken, add in the rest of your sugar and then just keep cooking it. It'll cook for another couple of minutes. As it thickens, you'll notice it starts pulling away from the side. Some people like to add ghee. I don't think it's needed at this stage, but you can if you want to. At this point, add in all your chopped nuts that you had cooked earlier. You could add more or keep some aside for garnish if you like. I forgot to do that, but you can if you want to. And at this point, after another 2 to 3 minutes of cooking, it is completely ready. I know it doesn't look like much, but this pineapple sheera is fabulous. I just wanted to try and emulate the recipe that I saw at the restaurant, so I'm adding it into a bowl, and then I've tried to unmold it, but it was a bit of a flop. I think I used the wrong size of the bowl. Maybe I should have used a easier one. It was a little oddly shaped. I'm not sure how to explain that, but it didn't come out the way I wanted to. You could do it with a normal little steel bowl. It'll come out just fine. If you don't want to do this fancy plating, you could just serve it up in any bowl, however you like. Serve it nice and hot. It is delicious. I must warn you that once it starts to cool down, as you can see over here in the pot itself, it starts to lump up and become in clumps. So don't worry about that. It just doesn't look very aesthetic, but it tastes perfect, and you could serve it even this way. It's delicious. You can reheat it in the microwave. No one will even know. So this is it. This is my pineapple sheera. I hope you try it because it is so delicious, and I hope you enjoy this. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.